Right, well, I was at a charity shop the other day where I do most of my shopping. I'm going to rearrange this a little bit here. And I happened upon this lad. Look at him. Look at that bod. It's a good time when you find a Power Ranger in a charity shop. I don't buy them all. I tend to buy more Transformers from charity shops than I do Power Rangers. But every now and again, I see one where I'm like, might need that, lad. I'm a bit of a lapsed Power Rangers fan. I've not watched any of the recent stuff, and I've not been keeping up with Super Sentai. But back in the day, I did happen to see a wee bit in Megaforce, and Megaforce is pretty bad, it has to be said. There's not much to say about it that I quite like, other than I quite like some of it, if that makes any sense. The TV show itself was pretty poor, I think we can all agree. Didn't really... You kind of gave Samurai the benefit of the doubt, because Samurai was Saban's first show back after reacquiring the license, and it was made quite hastily. So a lot of Samurai kind of gets a pass, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm kind of in that camp. I'm kind of in the camp of like Samurai's good to fine. I watched so many repeats of Samurai on Nickelodeon, hoping to see new episodes and to see cool Sentai stuff. And I've got a soft spot for it. But Megaforce doesn't really have the benefit of that. It doesn't have the benefit of the doubt. It also doesn't really have the benefit of anything, because Samurai looks amazing. Samurai is like the first one back that was in HD. So just seeing Power Rangers in HD is novelty, or was in 2010. Goodness, is that how long ago it was? I feel a wee bit old. How is Samurai almost a decade old? That's kind of terrifying. Like, it's properly scary. Oh god. Oh, it was 2010, yeah? Yeah? Ooh, the existential dread's kicking in. Megaforce. Like, the Samurai suits. The Samurai suits are really good. They were kind of... I don't know if they were made with the assumption that they weren't for American consumption, because, like, it's kind of telling that they went from Go-Onger's, like, racing suits straight into, like, the Japanese AF Samurai suits with its, like, kanji or whatever on the face, and oh, the black legs. If you watch this channel for a long time, and if I keep making videos, Power Rangers and Sentai's black legs will come up. Because, like, see when the Sentai suits, when the Ranger suits have, like, black legs, I will love them, and I will rave about them. And see when you're sitting there and you're eating your Frosties, and it's, like, new Sentai reveal day, and you come across them on Instagram, and it's like, oh, new Sentai revealed, and they didn't have the black legs. That's when I'm going to get skeptical. That's when I'm going to be like, oh, I don't know about this Sentai this year. They're not going with the black legs, because, like, black legs are just like an absolute winner. You put the black legs on a Sentai dude, and I'm there. And there's been a few times that's come up, and then there's been some times where it's not proven necessarily true. But then they went from the black legs straight into the white legs, and these fellas. And oh, that was a mistake, wasn't it, Sentai lads? That was a mistake. I mean, I feel like the Sentai, was it? Oh, Shinkenger and then Gokaiger. Is it Gokaiger? No, that's the pirate ones, isn't it? The Angel Sentai. The Angel Sentai isn't liked, I feel like, by the fandom, or at least the American fandom. I suppose we should specify that. But yes, this toy is what this vlog is about. I'm going to call them vlogs because they're, not edited. Because we can't edit. Alright, this buff guy is incredibly buff. He's ridiculously buff. I don't remember ever seeing these folk in shops. I don't really remember seeing the Megaforce people in shops, to be honest. My memory might be failing me there, but I remember the Sentai, the Samurai folk being everywhere. And then I can't remember if Tesco's and that got the basic... Oh, why can't I remember their names? I should have looked up their names. Goki... Oh... The Angel Sentai, the Megaforce Rangers, they never had the basic Megaforce, at least where I live, which is key. Because things could be happening off in the greater world, but if it isn't in my local Tesco's, it basically doesn't exist, which is a shame, because most things aren't in my local Tesco's. So I've never seen this toy in the wild before the other day there when I picked him up in Cancer Research or wherever it was. He was only like £1.50, which was another key element in me picking him up, because if he was anything more than that, I wouldn't have. There was like an incredible Borg figure in one of the shops today, but it was a $5, so I was like, whoa, I'm not spending a $5 on that. £1.50 though for this fella. The white, the light's probably looking pretty bad with the light, but it does make him look pretty heavenly. Like, just have a wee look at him. We're gonna look at the sculpt. Look at that paintwork. Look at that. Like, isn't that cool? Like, look at that shark / dolphin / fish / whatever ranger he's meant to be. He looks really, really sharp. I'm in two minds about the buffness. Like, the buffness drew me to him, definitely. The buffness is kind of what I was all about, because I saw him and I was like, look how ridiculously buff. Look how ridiculous this is. Like, look, oh my god, he's like a JoJo man. He's like a JoJo character that just happens to be a ranger, which is a good idea for a character, to be honest. Give me that JoJo's ranger. That Sentai and JoJo. Can you make that happen, Japan? Because that'd be great. I'd be all about that. I bet there's all subtle crossovers there. I bet there's a lot of voice actors crossing over. The posability is a bit, it's mixed. It's good. It's good for like a Western Ranger toy release. I think they were going for they knew that among the adult collectors that the fig arts were big, so they were trying to cash in on that, I want to say. So like it's a lot better than your average kind of Ranger figure, because I feel like these days Ranger figures are kind of locked to be the four cardinal joints, the shoulders and the hips, and then varies depending on series how well. Like, they're not as bad as the current Star Wars figures have been, but like they can be quite limited. And these ones, from what I've seen them, are pretty good. I want to say that I've seen the pirate ones. I want to say there was pirate. I think I saw pirate blue in this kind of buff style at a B&M once, but it was too much money to purchase. It wasn't worth a punt. But having played with him, I feel a wee bit regret for that, because he's quite good. Like look at this. He can get there. I'm trying to remember anything about Megaforce. Was Noah? I want to say Noah. That sounds about right. He was the kind of Billy stand-in, because with Megaforce they just did Power Rangers again. Like, they just did Go-Go Mighty Morphin Power Rangers again, which I think was kind of a mistake. Kind of. Like, I get what they were going for, because it was the anniversary year, 20th. Is it 20th, 25th? Is this 25th this year or last year? Can't remember. But they were going for an anniversary show vibe, and they were like high schoolers again, and they were kind of mapping the characters one-to-one, and they kind of horrendously failed at that, which is a shame. Megaforce is just kind of vaguely unwatchable. I want to say they weren't trying, because you can make a good Power Ranger season, and like you can do good content, but like they were kind of relying on the fact that it was, because Megaforce is the anniversary one, but it's not the anniversary year, because they mess it up, because Super Megaforce is like the anniversary stuff, and there's a lot of problems, and it might stem from Nickelodeon splitting Ranger seasons in half, and we'll see how it goes. Like, is Beast Morphers the new season, this year's season? Is it on like bloody Nickelodeon? I know it's Hasbro now, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe then we'll make a video about that, shall we? But this toy, like, he can move, he can be buff, you can put him in compromising positions if your fancy takes you. He didn't come with any of his bits and bobs. I imagine he probably came with a lot of bits and bobs, because he's a more premium release, at least for the West. I'm not saying he's premium in like fig art style. He's definitely not anywhere close to that, but he's pretty good. Look at that. Look at all those abs. I was going to say earlier, I'm in two minds about buff Ranger toys. I'd very much prefer them not to be buff, for them to be like Sentai slender, if you will. But this is America / Britain, where we get the Ranger release of the toys, which is universally always just ultra buff. And that's kind of a shame, because when you watch Power Rangers, that's not what they are. It's kind of weird that this culture has developed. It's a very 90s thing, like Liefeldian muscles and stuff. It's kind of weird, to be honest, because like I don't know how they got that from Power Rangers, other than it just being like, oh, it's like a karate thing, and they're all buff. and that's kind of just developed for 20 to 30 years. Weird that we're still getting them. Weird that like Megaforce, of all things, has these absolutely ultra ripped. Is this what you want, people? Because it's not what I want, but like this buffness is just so funny to me that like I bought it. He can stand up pretty well. Can you, like I said that now, he's never going to stand up. Like that's, you know, your toy man on YouTube. He can stand up pretty well. Immediately flops. I think that he's pretty good, to be honest. Look, he's standing up. Honest. I didn't even use blue tack. But yeah, I'm probably going to make more Power Rangers videos because this has been fun. And I have a lot of toys that I can just rip off the shelves and be like, look at this thing that I found in a charity shop. Hey. Does this motion make what I'm saying any better? It probably doesn't. Anyway, yes. If you get a chance to mess with these toys for less than £3, if you find these toys in a charity shop, if you're out there having a rake in your thrift shop, if you will, if you're American, and you find these guys, have fun with them. They're pretty good. They're a wee bit big for my liking. I quite like Weir toys, but like I say, look, he can pose. Get some work out of him. Like do the thing where he's like, "Way." That's the thing, apparently. But yes, I don't have a snappy ending for the video, honestly. So